You are watching Political Point Magazine. Yes. Where the right is right and the left, well, the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. Yes. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Oh well, guess who returns to the public square? Oh, watch out, Bill Clinton. Can we say hello, Monica? Yes. Oh, this is wild. And we have a history of the war on women. And you'd be surprised at who it started with. Yep. And it's all on the Democrat side, too. And the Obama White House may be in a little bit of trouble. Former Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner writes a book exposing the talking points misleading to the public. When he was called to go on talk shows and stuff, it's all there. Wow. So the Obama administration could be in a little bit of trouble. And also, Putin greets Crimea, and Rubio challenges the global warming climate change alarmists. So, all right, but and we will take it to the phones and talk to you, the viewer, on all of this. All right, but so as it comes to be, my friends. Yes, we will get into a lot of all of what we are into here. All right, my friends, welcome and welcome and welcome. I am your host, William Mitro. Okay, now, anyhow, a lot of things have been going on in the news, and we're gonna get through a lot of them tonight. So, I want everybody to understand the things that are going on in succinct, classic vibrations and everything. Okay, so everything that's going on, all right. But my friends, okay, it's quite interesting that the Democrats now find themselves in a little bit of a tight spot, okay, because now it appears to me that the Democratic stronghold now has been faltering, all right, on every single issue, okay, on every single issue, all right, but on every single thing, it comes up to me that that it appears that the Democrats now we talked last week about how the Democrats, they're against voter ID laws, but they want every illegal alien, every illegal immigrant to have a driver's license. That is dangerous. They are ultimately saying that they want these people to break the law. All right. So my thing is that I wonder why the Democrats are actually not getting the American people. All right. They're going against common sense things. Okay, common sense things. Like they are all for or they're all still fear mongering over global warming. Okay, which is ludicrous. Okay, now because this whole global warming thing, okay, this whole climate change thing, all right, and this is even before I get to my top stories here, all right, but this whole global warming thing, all right, that I think they're doing this to they're doing this to get away from the other major topics that are damaging them, like Obamacare and Benghazi. All right, which by the way, Benghazi now is a hot topic now. Okay, Benghazi has now they have approved the House. I know the House at least has approved a select committee on Benghazi. All right, so this could Benghazi now become the next Watergate for the Obama administration. All right, yeah, I've been talking about this for the longest time. Okay. Yeah, I've been talking about this for the longest time, and I have reason to believe that such with the talking points, okay, and everything that the administration misled the American people on just about everything. Okay, they misled on Benghazi. They misled on Obamacare. They misled on the economy, which is still a disaster. And there is everything. We have the how do you say it? The least transparent administration in history now. All right. Whatever happened to transparency? Remember, Obama got out there on the TV shows and said, or he got out there behind the podium and said, "We will be the most transparent administration in history." But it turns out he is now the least transparent administration. In fact, we have former Obama administration officials, former people that worked for the administration, coming out with books now, right? Okay, but I'll get into that in a moment. But this a major bombshell, okay, for the Democrats now. Okay, this now a major bombshell for the Democrats now, and I am going to break this away, okay, and I'm going to start in with all of this, okay, because we all know, okay, that this, my friends, okay, this right here, okay, guess who returns to the public square? Okay, Monica Lewinsky. Yep, that's right, my friends. Okay, that's right. Okay, Monica Lewinsky returns to the public square. All right, and she writes in Vanity Fair. Okay, she writes in Vanity Fair Okay, and this is quite crucial. All right, okay. She writes in Vanity Fair that she's still distraught about the whole intern thing and everything. But she writes, okay, when I was made a scapegoat, she writes in Vanity Fair that I was made a scapegoat to protect his powerful position. I was the unstable stalker, a phrase disseminated by the Clinton White House, and the dimwit floozy, the poor innocent. All right, that's what she writes in this article. All right, and you can all and even the administration of sorts here. All right. Okay. Wait.
Cache of memo.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. So anyhow.
Of Arkansas archives, in which a Hillary friend.
Okay. But anyhow, this is major. All right. But it just goes to show you that the Clinton White House. Okay. You know, back then. Okay. We now know that and Hillary attacked Monica. Okay, yeah, Hillary attacked Monica. After the whole scandal broke out, which we now know that Clinton was the predator. Clinton was the predator in all of this. All right, and this started the war on women. All right, okay. Bill Clinton was the predator. All right, and this, my friends, we see how the mind works. Okay, and remember, I also brought up that when Clinton was doing this in the White House, all right, that there was a guy from a congressman from Chicago. Okay, of all places, okay, that Clinton pardoned, okay, but he was involved in a sexual rape scandal, and also he was involved in child pornography. But Clinton pardoned the guy, commuted his sentence, and ironically, this is what triggered the war on women. All right. So you had the guy in the White House who took advantage of the young intern, right? And then you had the congressman from Illinois who took advantage and raped a young girl. Was pardoned by the big guy, Bubba, in the White House. And then this is what started the war on women, which ironically, when Hillary attacked Monica over this, all right, Hillary ultimately became the war on women. Okay, now this is a little history for you. All right, the Democrats claim that they are the protectors of women, right? But ultimately, they started the war on women. Okay, it all started with Hillary attacking Monica for stalking Clinton in the Oval Office and everything, when ultimately it was Clinton who was being the predator. All right, and this all started with the Clintons. All right, this all started with the Clintons, the war on women, and then the abortion issue and everything. All right, but this all started with the Clintons. The war on women started with Hillary attacking Monica, when ultimately also we discovered that it wasn't just Monica that Clinton was predator to. He also had affairs with with Jennifer Flowers. There were several other women, and everything, and then this all comes together, and we discovered that it was the Democrats that executed the war on women. All right, so the Democrats are not the protectors of the women. All right, they instigated, and they're still continuing this war on women. All right, all right. Remember this everything that the Democrats are trying to do with the contraception and the abortion and everything else. Okay, they're actually degrading women. Okay, they're degrading women. They're offending the women, and also, mind you, the Democrats don't even pay their women staffers as much as the men staffers. All right, so if they're touting fairness and everything, let me tell you some history of which party is actually supporting the women. All right, there was a thing called women's suffrage. All right, and it was the Republican Party that recognized women's suffrage and gave women equal rights with men. All right, remember, for the longest time in this country, women couldn't vote with men. All right, there was a time where women just couldn't do the same thing as the same job as men. And in fact, they took care of the family and stuff. But my friends, now we are on an equal playing field with the women. All right, okay, but it was the Republican Party that gave that equal playing field to the women. All right, so women can do the exact same job as men can, and it's all thanks to the Republicans. All right, look it up. Women's suffrage. Okay, women were given equal rights with men, and they were given equal opportunity and equal voting rights with men due to the Republicans. All right, the Democrats did nothing for the women. All right, and even in fact today the Democrats just continue their war on women, and it started with the Democrats and it continued with the Democrats, and to this day it's still with the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats are still downgrading women and objectifying the women and everything, and it's really offensive to women. You know what the Democrats are doing. All right, we Republicans are ultimately the only party really that is fair to the women. All right, so if you look up your history, all right, the history of the war on women started with Hillary attacking and downgrading Monica when Monica was the victim, and Bill Clinton, Bubba Clinton, the guy in the White House, was the predator. All right, and now, and interestingly enough, all right, now when Hillary ran for the Senate, okay, ultimately after the Clinton presidency, the American voters got really mad. All right, after the Clinton presidency, okay, and the American voters sent a loud and clear message in every election after okay, in every election after the Clinton presidency, all right, they sent a message loud and clear that they don't want the Clintons. All right. So, so, so it all started with when Gore ran for president. Okay, when Gore ran for president, the Hillary ran for the Senate. All right, which she just kind of ran for the Senate from in a state that she just kind of adopted. All right, New York. Yeah. So she chose New York to represent, right? And she's not even from New York. she's originally from, ironically, Chicago, Illinois. and she claimed to be a New York Knicks fan, or a New York Yankees fan, when going against Giuliani for the Senate. Okay, see, this is where Giuliani should have been a senator. Okay, Giuliani should have been the senator for New York after that. Okay, but she should have been a Cubs fan. All right, but ultimately, in every election after the Clinton presidency, okay, this is ultimately the where things went south for the Clintons. I mean, even though they maintained their New York status and everything, all right, it all comes to pass here, all right, now, and my friends, it's quite interesting, all right, that we have everything that we so needed, all right, but it's coming down to the wire, and now I want to adjust the focus here, okay, that we now see that everything's shaping up to be. Now I mentioned earlier that former Treasury Timothy Geithner, okay, who was a tax cheat, by the way, and we discovered that when he before he even got the job as Treasury Secretary, but former Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner now exposes misleading talking points. Right, that's right. Okay, misleading talking points. All right. Now, Timothy Geithner was Treasury Secretary for the longest time, and he exposed a book. Okay, and in his book, he talks about how the war, how when he was called to go on talk shows, that the administration, the Obama administration, would give him certain talking points to say and tell him what to say, on there. And there was an instance in his book where he says that Dan Pfeiffer, when Dan Pfeiffer said that or there was a mix up in talking points, and he said that Dan Pfeiffer said that Social Security was the overwhelming driving force of the deficit, but ultimately I think Timothy Geithner was a little mistaken or something like that, but there were several other occasions in his book that expose how the Obama administration told them to say one thing on the talk shows, and and which was totally opposite of the truth. All right. So in other words, in his book, he ultimately says that the Obama administration told him to lie to the American people on the talk shows, on the talking points. So henceforth we now see in the situation of Susan Rice, when she went on the 5 Sunday talk shows about Benghazi, and said those talking points about the video, the YouTube video, that was clearly misleading to the public. All right, they clearly told her to lie to the American public. So now we have an administration that's falling apart. Okay, so with this book, and this isn't the first book that exposes the fraud of the Obama administration. You remember former Defense Secretary Bill Gates came out with a book exposing the Obama administration, and then former press secretary Terry McAuliffe, or even comes out criticizing the administration, and even saying things to the point that he was even told not to tell, or to tell the press differently, and tell the other talk show people differently. So here we have the biggest exposure of administration fraud in history. All right, the biggest exposure of the fraudulent behavior of the Obama administration. Okay, whatever happened to transparency? Okay, now, whatever happened to transparency? Okay, now, this next posting I am going to put into my Political Point magazine's Political Point of Vision. Okay, now, remember Putin? Yes, Vladimir Putin says, "Hello, comrades." Yep, Vladimir Putin for the first time goes to Crimea and greets the Crimeans, and for the first time since Russia annexed Crimea, and greets them with the Russian greeting, saying that you are now one of us, and everything will be okay, A-okay. Really? Okay. Now, but however, my friends, okay, we also have seen a lot of things going on here, all right? And this is also another thing that I want to bring up, okay, that is going on in the news here, all right? But Marco Rubio, okay, Marco Rubio, okay, which is in the papers, okay, but Marco Rubio, who is said to be running for president, also is challenging the global warming fearmongers, okay, on climate change, which rightfully he is doing a very good job of, okay. Now recently Rubio went on the news talk shows, and they questioned him on a whole host of things, all right, okay, and everything else, okay, but I know people are paying attention here, but this whole global warming thing, okay, and I challenge it myself, okay. Now, they come in here and they all do it too. They all do it too. They all say that the planet is warming, and everything, and they claim that man is causing this climate change. All right, no, that is not the case. All right, there is no evidence of global warming. Okay, there's no evidence that man is causing the climate to change. All right, so a little memo to Obama and the Democrats here, and these extremist liberal environmentalists. All right, a little memo to you guys. Okay, when you speak about climate change, okay, hello, it's called the weather. It's supposed to change. All right. They don't call it climate change. All right. The climate is supposed to change. The climate changes with the season. It's called the weather. All right. Meteorologists can't always predict the weather right, but it changes with the season. Okay. Like right now, it's summertime. Right. It's nice and warm and sunny. And sometimes it rains. Okay. Sometimes we get hurricanes. All right, and tornadoes, but that's not caused by man. All right, man doesn't cause these weather patterns to change. All right, it's not caused by our pollution. All right, even the International Panel on Global Climate Change acknowledged that our plants do need carbon dioxide to live. So you guys are just totally outrageously out there. All right. Okay. And I want to bring up another memo, okay, to you guys. All right. Okay. Now, global warming does not exist. In fact, it's a hoax. All right. Okay. And I want to show you all this. All right. Okay. But you remember ClimateGate, all right? In which, all right, I want to show you all this, okay? You remember ClimateGate, all right? November 17th, 2009, a server at the Climatic Research Unit was breached at the University of Angela, okay? And 60 megabytes of data were obtained, and that included 1,000 emails, 3,000 other documents at the University of East Anglia, and these emails were circulated, and in which the contents revealed that global warming was a scientific conspiracy in which scientists manipulated climate data and attempted to suppress their critics with it. All right. And this all happened at 1 month before the international meeting of global climate change. Yep. And that was back in 2009, while Obama was president still. All right. But this, my friends, is why global warming is a hoax. All right. Yep. So this, my friends, is why global warming is a hoax. And that, my friends, in fact, this whole global warming argument is the same exact argument that they made over 35 years ago when they said it was global cooling. All right? And they claimed the next ice age was going to happen. All right? But that so-called next ice age never happened. So all of you global warming fearmongers, all right, you liberal extremists, all right, this is why that this is why all of the environmental adjustment things that the Obama administration is trying to pass have failed. Okay. In fact, there was a measure that they tried to pass through the Congress that failed. Okay. That failed. And this is why this is why cap and trade didn't work. Okay. It cap and trade fell through. Okay. The Democrats tried to push through cap and trade, but it didn't go through because they couldn't pass it. Okay. Because ultimately it would hurt our way of life. All right. Now it is said and reported that we the United States have reduced our emissions, but anything that we do is not gonna do any good, because all the other industrialized countries like China and Russia, and Japan, they all have increased their emissions. Okay, so what we do is gonna be off balance from what the rest of the world is doing. All right, so this whole theory about global warming and stuff, it's all nonsense. Okay, it's a false science. That's why Al Gore turned out to be such an idiot. All right, Al Gore thinks he invented the internet. He's a loony. All right, he doesn't make any sense. All right, he didn't make any sense when he was vice president, and he doesn't make any sense now. That's why he had to sell his current TV network to Al Jazeera. And he ticked off a lot of people on that. So, my friends, who's listening out there? 272-3835 is the number. All right? 272-3835 is the number. Who is out there? All right? Who is listening out there? Okay? 272-3835 is the number. All right? So, on this, my friends, I recognize that you have an urgency to understand the means of what's going on here. All right? So, everything, okay. Now I was watching an interview in which they tried to grill, okay? They tried to grill Rubio, okay? But Rubio is absolutely right when he says that he doesn't believe that that the climate change is caused by man. Okay. All right. So, and I don't believe it either. Okay. Global warming is a hoax. All right. There is no evidence of man-caused global warming. Okay. There is no evidence of it. All right. And when I see people from Greenpeace out there against drilling, they're conducting this whole war on coal. All right, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And my friends, okay, if you, and do you not realize, okay, also, okay, while I'm waiting for calls on this, all right, okay, do you not realize that you're paying more at the pump for gas than you did over 6 years ago? Yeah, that's right. Okay, and even now you're paying more at the pump than you did a month ago. That's right. Okay, that's right, my friends. Okay, you're paying absolutely more. Okay, the gas prices are still up there. All right, and my friends, you are just an idiot if you buy into this global warming talk. All right? This global warming talk is nonsense. All right? It's nonsense, my friends. Okay? Nonsense in the highest degree. All right? Now, how in the world can we not approve the Keystone Pipeline now? Okay? Ask yourself, why are the gas prices still up? Okay? And why have we not approved the building of the Keystone Pipeline yet? All right? I mean, if it's such a threat to our way of life, okay, then why haven't we approved? If global warming exists, okay, you know, ask yourself, why are we paying more at the pump still? Okay, you know, and all of the measures that Obama has tried to crack down on this thing. Okay, now mind you, Solyndra was the biggest mistake the Obama administration ever invested in. All right. Okay, he put all this money, which some of that money came from the stimulus package. All right. And it was wasted. Solyndra went bankrupt. All right. Now, and so all of this money and time that Obama has been putting into alternative energy and everything, it all went kaput. It all is a disaster. All right. Everything that Obama has done has been a disaster. Okay? And so, it was a disaster from the start. All right? Obama should have never become president. All right? Okay? Now, like I said before, after the Clinton presidency, people said that we are done with the Clintons. Okay? We don't want any more of the Clintons. Okay? So, henceforth, okay, in 2008, okay, you remember how Obama kicked Hillary's butt in the primaries, all right? She lost in Iowa, too. And in fact, in every election, if Hillary runs in 2016, Iowa's going to reject her again. All right? And she's not going to get too far, all right? Because she has the big scandal of Benghazi on her back right now. And she was part of the biggest lying administration in our time. All right? So if Hillary runs for president, all right, she's going to have to go against the Tea Party stronghold. All right? And the Tea Party stronghold now is ultimately Rand Paul. Okay? The Tea Party stronghold is Rand Paul. That's right, my friends. Okay? Now, okay, Rand Paul, okay, the Tea Party favorite and the favorite of the Republican Party, okay, he's going to be the number one contender for the Republican Party in 2016. All right? Now, again, Rubio also wants to run for president. I know. But as things come along, all right, I think if Rubio, I think if Rand Paul gets the nomination, right, and runs for the presidency, and actually wins, I think what he should do is he should take whoever he beat in the primaries as his VP. So it should maybe be Rubio. All right. Okay. As his VP, or he should pick Gingrich. But if he picks Rubio for his VP, I think Newt Gingrich should have a place in the Rand Paul administration. Okay, like I think Gingrich would be an excellent Secretary of State. All right, he would be way much better than Hillary Clinton or John Kerry. I mean, our whole foreign policy has been a disaster now. All right, now, and as such, everything that this president has done has been a disaster. Obamacare has been a disaster. In fact, speaking of Obamacare, okay, I'm going to play you a clip of some of the hearings of confirmation of the next HHS secretary. Okay, which I have.
If I am confirmed in this other role, it is my objective, and as I've talked about in my opening statement, I'm here to serve the American people.
Burwell was.
Yep. But Burwell was grilled. Burwell was grilled. Yep, that's right. Okay, and but she was the budget director, I believe, and now she's picked as Obama's nod to be the next HHS secretary. Okay, since Sebelius is resigning and stepping down. All right, now with all the fuss about Obamacare and everything, all right, now it is a tough job. Okay, it is a tough job, and you know what? Okay, now the president has a history though of picking these people that have no real good experience. All right, but Burwell was asked several questions on Obamacare here. Let me show you some of the clippage here.
Comfortable.
Okay, here we go.
You think it's fair to give business a delay, but not individual Americans? And what further changes, if any, to existing law and regulations do you anticipate having to make before December 31 of this year?
From the administration's perspective, what we are trying to do is common sense implementation within the law.
She was also at.
Yep. But
Actually paid.
and she was also asked too, how many people, and get this, yeah, she was also asked how many people have paid their premiums. Okay, and this is a question that even Sebelius didn't know the answer to. All right, but take a listen.
With regard to the specifics of the data that HHS has at this time, that's not something in my current role that I know.
After men.
So even Kathleen Sebelius didn't know that answer, and Burwell doesn't know that answer. So it's like they are not forthcoming with us about what we are to do. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Okay, and so my friends, it's quite interesting, and Senator McCain even had a good analogy. Okay, Senator McCain even had a good saying. All right, and in fact, he tried to encourage against Burwell. I mean they said that they supported her nomination, but he was trying to encourage against her taking the job. Okay, but listen to what McCain said about all this.
Advised her against taking the leadership position at HHS. After all, who would recommend their friend take over as captain of the Titanic after it hit the iceberg?
like that. I really do. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, man. And McCain is absolutely right on that note here. Okay. Oh, my goodness, man. Okay. But, yep, McCain is absolutely right on that. All right. All right. But, my friends, since I don't have any real callers here, okay, yeah, nobody really paying attention here, all right, but I guess I will take it now to the last words of the night, all right. And so, my friends, the last words of the night, okay, you all know that my beautiful girlfriend, okay, my beautiful girlfriend right here, Felicity Smith, all right, she works as a consultant for Green Dot Card Services, and Green Dot Card Services has a promotion, okay, for everybody that has a Green Dot card, or for everybody that wants extra money, okay. Now, in other words, if you buy a money pack, okay, and put $400 on it, okay, Green Dot will reward you with $4,000. All right, okay. You put $200 on there, you'll get $2,000. Okay, you put $400 on there, you'll get $4,000. Okay, and so on. And so on. If you put 500 on there, you'll get 5,000. Okay, and this is all from Green Dot Card Services. All right, and they really want you to make a lot. This is a really serious promotion, my friends. Okay, and there she is, my beautiful model, professional model girlfriend, Felicity, who works for Green Dot over there, and she would like to help you make a little bit more money. All right, so Felicity Smith works at Green Dot Card Services, and Green Dot Card Services has a promotion in which you buy a money pack and you put $400 on it. Green Dot will reward you with $4,000. All right, on your card. All right, so it's really important. It's really crucial, and it can help you, and they want to help you financially. Okay, just imagine an extra $4,000. It's better than the tax. It's better than the IRS, right? And that, my friends, is the last words of the night. Okay, and we thank you for watching Political Point magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and we thank you for watching Political Point magazine, and also follow me. You can watch us on YouTube. All right. Okay. So thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Whoa. Yes. Bye.